I've recently been using Bitflows on a client website to take information from a contact form and put it into their CRM. And that got me wondering how else I could use that information. I've seen someone do an example where they take the contact form, they run it through AI to generate an email, and they send the email back. So as an example, they could fill out a complaint form that would then feed into an AI prompt asking for a draft acknowledgement of the complaint, which could then be sent back out to the client. And that's a great simple use of AI integration in a way that allows you to acknowledge it in a very personable way, rather than just that kind of standard, thanks for your email, we'll get back to you soon. It acknowledges it by using the information they've provided, and then you would get a member of staff to actually look into the complaint and contact the client directly. So then that got me thinking, well, if you are collecting information from a client and you can link that into AI straight away, what else could you do with it? For example, I quite often will get people to fill out a survey, and then I may use AI to help me understand their products, their services a lot better. Now, using Bitflows, you could actually do that directly from the first survey. You wouldn't have to then go away and research it. It would do it for you. If you don't know Bitflows, it's part of the BitApps, and thank you for the team for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be using Bitflow and Bitform in this video, but I just wanted to highlight that I use BitSocial on a load of websites. So whenever I publish a blog post on that website, BitSocial will automatically post that out to social media. Fantastic suite of tools, and they've been kind enough to give me a discount code. So to get started, I've already created a form in Bitform. It's very easy to do. You can simply come into Bitform. They do have templates, but then you can add your own. You can add date, time, first name, text, multiline. There's all sorts of different things, and you just drag and drop. Super easy to do. So you can see we've got name, email, business name, what are you selling, trends you're noticing, your website or sales page, and tell me a bit about your ideal client. Now, once that's completed, you would say publish, and it gives you a shortcode. That shortcode just gets put onto a page like this. You simply add that to WordPress as a shortcode. So it should work with any different builders. I just happen to be using a test site, so this is just Gutenberg. And there you go, there's the form. So you'll need that open because we want to capture the response. What does that mean? Well, let me show you. Now we go over to Bitflows, we say create a new, and I'm going to create a blank. And let's say client survey. Super easy to use. There's a ton of integrations, but for the most part, everything I'm going to show you happens really just using Bitflow, Bitform, and OpenAI for the AI provider. You start off with a blank canvas, select the first app, and I'm going to search for Bitform. The only option available is submit success. This is going to be the trigger, and I'm going to select the form I just created, which is the client form. Bitflow needs to understand what information is being collected by the form. So we're going to say listen to response, and then I'm going to fill in the form and submit it. So for this demo, I filled this out as if I work for BitApps. So I've put my name, the email address, business name, what I'm selling, what industry trends, website, and about the client. If I hit submit and head back over to Bitflows, you can see it's listening, and now it's captured that information. So now Bitflows understands the information that the client is giving to you, and we can use that in the next step. You'll see down here that we've got the response captured, form data, and here's the information that you just saw on the main contact form. So moving forwards, it's going to use this information in everything we do as a test, but once it goes live, this information that's captured will be from your clients, and then it'll run through the workflow and give you a different result because it's using different information. So now we've captured that information, what next? Well, you can do all sorts of things with Bitflows. It's very versatile, but I'm going to be using AI, and for this test, I'm going to be using OpenAI. I'm going to say create a chat completion. You've got to have a paid OpenAI account. That's different to ChatGPT, where you're paying a subscription. This is an account where you pay for usage via API. I've already added the connection, so I don't need to set that up. And once you've added it, you get access to all the different models. So you can see we could use 4, 3.5, whatever models are current. There's loads of them in there. Just for testing this out, I'm just going to say 3.5 turbo. I'm going to say a max completion of 500 tokens, and we're going to add a message. Now I'm going to use the role of assistant, and the value is the message. So if you were the value is the message you're passing over. So imagine you're in ChatGPT and you start typing in a message. That's what this value is. At the side, now I've clicked in, you'll see this has popped up. These are all fields that we can merge in to the message that we're sending over. So I've got this really long prompt here. I won't read through it all, but the important thing is that at the end, we now have this section, products we're selling. And so we are selling plugins for WordPress, the company website, ideal client info, the industry trends, then hit test run. It will now send this over to OpenAI with the merged information. Test run successful. So if we go down, you can see it used 3.5 turbo, role of assistant, and we've got the reply back. That's good. And if you wanted to, you could see what was sent in. So the input is the big long prompt, and then down the bottom, you can see, for example, the website is what I had told it. So it's merged that in, and then you get the output. But I'm not going to finish there because I don't want to overload the AI asking it to come up with loads of different things. I'm going to run a similar thing again, but this time I'm going to ask it to come up with a different set of information. So I'm going to select the connection. I'm going to select the model, 500 tokens again, and we want to add the message, assistant. And again, I've got a big, long prompt. And then at the bottom, I'm going to add in the information like last time. However, this time there's a difference because I'm not going to use the information just from the form. For ideal client info, I'm actually going to go back to the previous chat that's been completed because that's what I asked them to look into. So again, we've got the input, and if we scroll down, we've got a lot more information than I had put in because it's merging in the other information. And what this chat was for was to identify the company values. So efficiency, innovation, growth. And what I'm building up here is a multi-level profile of the client after they've sent in some information. I'm going to do the same again, but OpenAI, select the connection, select the model, 500 tokens, add a message, assistant, and so business name we have down here. We've got the ideal client information from the first round, and we've got the company values from the second chat completion. So what I've done here is chain together multiple AI chats. So the form is submitted with the client's information. First off, I've asked it to create a customer profile from that, a more in detail customer profile, because I find customers don't really understand what an ideal client is. So AI is very good at that. So it's created an ideal profile, it's created a set of company values, and it's identified the one big problem that they are facing. So there's one more AI element I'm going to add, and that's a way of bringing everything together for me. This time though, in fact, I think I need to bump that up a little bit more. Let's give it 1,500 because what I'm asking it to do is turn the following information into a HTML formatted report. Do not exclude or merge any information. You are to display it with appropriate headings and subheadings. And then I've got the client name, company, website. That was submitted by the client on the form, but then you can see ideal client, company values, and main problem. These are all content from the previous AI runs. I'm going to package that all up, send it to AI, and get it to create a report for me. Now, of course, I'm just doing this to demonstrate the power of Bitflow, that you can chain together multiple AI prompts and then create a final set of information. You could link that in with loads of different things down the side. You see you've got tons of stuff you can link it to. Maybe you then want to drop it into a CRM, for example. Possibly you might want to create an email that goes to you and the client. Perhaps you're selling this as a service. I don't know. So let's just go in and now say email. So it's going to be from the customer. So from the customer and from the customer's name. It's going to be to me. So, and if we scroll down the subject, let's say client survey 4, and then I can scroll down and I can merge in so it's nice and clear. It's the client survey for BitApps, the company name. And then for the body, this is the last chat's completion. And you can see I asked it for HTML so that I could then tick, is this email in HTML format? Yes. If you don't do that, everything's squashed together. It doesn't look very good. So we'll do a test run. Test successful. So here it is. That's the email address I just put in. This is just simulating as if emails are going out. You can see client survey for BitApps. So it's merged the client's name. And when we go in, client information report, client details, name, company, website. Then we've got the ideal clients information that the AI came up with, the social media platforms used, company information, the values, the main problem description. So it looks like it may have just cut that off. Maybe I've been a little bit stingy. So I'm just going to go back over and we're going to go back to this one here. And let's bump this up to 2,500 to do a test run. With all these things, it's a good idea to test it, tweak it, adjust it, troubleshoot it to make sure it's all working before you put it out into the wild. So there we go, there's the test runs completed. There we go, now it's got the specific measurements that wasn't there before. So this is just a demonstration workflow. Really, because of the AI elements, you can get it to do whatever you want with that information, but it kind of makes sense that if you're a coach or a consultant, you could get AI to do some initial research for you to come up with these kind of points. This is very much a marketing bit of research for you. And I've used the cheapest model available, 3.5. You'd probably get even better results by using a newer AI model. If you want to check this out for yourself, as I said earlier, BitApps have kindly provided me with a discount code. I'll put that and an affiliate link down in the description below.